Janka Penther thrived on being active, learning to manage her condition by defying the difficulties she faced and keeping as fit as she could. But by 30, the disease was crippling her, and she was housebound, barely able to walk and breathing through a tube. So Janka planned her funeral and enrolled in a Swiss euthanasia clinic. Cystic fibrosis is a genetic disorder in which the lungs and digestive systems can become clogged and progressively damaged. Sufferers face a lifetime of treatment and a reduced life expectancy. Janka relied on a daily cocktail of drugs and physiotherapy. In 2013, Janka was found to be a suitable candidate for a double lung transplant. Just a year later, she ran her first 5-kilometre race, recently completed a 20-mile assault course, and competed in the World Transplant Games. With a future now to look forward to, Janka is planning the life she thought she'd never have. Laura Macon-Isherwood, Good Morning Britain.
Amazing, and Janka joins us now. We barely need to ask how you feel because you're just completely glowing with health. When you first had that lung transplant, how quickly did you think, OK, I've got a chance now, this is different?
Straight away. I woke up and they took the tube out, the breathing tube, and instantly you can feel I can breathe without obstruction. The first breath you take is, you'll never forget. Never.
What was that moment like though, Janka? Because of course we all take it for granted, and yet here you are having battled with cystic fibrosis all your life to suddenly feel like everybody else feels.
It's an incredible sense of freedom and a great sense of hope. Because before you were so ill for so long, and you don't you can't imagine what that can be like, the life after transplant, where you wake up from the operation, there's so many risks, so many things to consider, and then waking up, even though you're still on ITU, and there's all sorts of lines attached and everything, it's amazing to just be able to fill your lungs with air and to be like, oh God, this is my chance, I'm going to grab it and run with it.
Because things had got so bad that you just thought, I'd rather get out of this. I'd rather end my life than continue in this degree of pain.
Yes, because I know what cystic fibrosis had in store for me. This is the condition, and this is what it is. And I did not want to suffer through that tough time. You know, to the very end, and to be in a lot of pain, and to never be able to breathe, every day to struggle, every day to just exist and trying to survive another day. For what? When you can't envision what could be there after transplant, it's very difficult. Hence, I always feel like I want to be in charge of my life. I'm like that now. I was like that when I was well before. But I also wanted to be able to say, OK, I've had enough. That's it. I planned everything. I sorted my songs. I sorted my flowers. I was, you know, I wanted to be independent and in charge of everything, because you're not in charge of anything else anymore when you're at that stage.
So, but then the turnaround and to get onto the transplant list, and then you had to put on a fair amount of weight to get the lungs, but to only be on 3 weeks and get a match.
It's lucky,
it's just an
so
extraordinary
lucky.
thing. But how do you feel about the person that donated those lungs?
Well, obviously, I'll be eternally grateful. It was a very young lady, 23-year-old lady, whose lungs I have now, when she passed away 4 years ago, and her family made an incredibly tough decision. But it's something that you can hardly put into words, that gratefulness that you feel for this person you'll never know.
And you've certainly honoured that gift by going on and being so successful at the transplant games.
What was that like? I mean, goodness, competing on an international stage.
Oh my God, it was amazing. It was nerve-wracking. It was. I've just returned from Spain a couple of days ago from the World Transplant Championships, and I competed in swim for Team GB. A huge honour. Incredible experience. We were there amongst 1,350 competitors. 173 were from Great Britain, and we managed to get the most medal counts. So we were the best team overall, with 173 medals, which is absolutely incredible.
Sensational.
And yeah, so proud, so very proud of all of us. So
we're proud of you, and you should be very proud. Thank you so much, Janka, for coming in and sharing your story. You are the picture of health, and hopefully that can continue. You can carry on celebrating what's been an extraordinary day.
I thank you for letting me come on here and raise awareness for organ donation, and if I can just urge everyone to think about going on the organ donor register.